Okay, so I misspoke. Because I just remembered what I had said earlier, that if I save it now and then I reload back to it, all the progress I do in this turn is going to be wasted. So we will just we'll make the save, but then we'll just overwrite the save in a second here, because I want to get to the start of a turn. I should have thought about that before I started saving. My bad. So 2 missions. I might just let the mission videos just go. See how that goes. Because my plan is if I can do that, I need to get Proton going, but if we get good money in 64, we can start Soyuz. We can get some lunar flybys going, we can get some planetary flybys for more prestige. And then what I'm thinking is I may just skip the lunar modules altogether. Because with the Soviets, what you can do is okay, it took me a second to figure out the importance of this step failure. Okay, so the docking was a success. The docking module is in orbit, but the Voskhod burned up on re-entry. So we don't get the boost to Voskhod, but the docking was a success, and the docking module is in orbit, so we can do the docking module in orbit mission next season. So fair enough. Because with the Soviets, what you can do is the Soviets have access to a Kicker C, which is basically a module that attaches to the Soyuz, and the whole Soyuz goes to the moon. The whole Soyuz lands on the moon and takes off again. So you don't need a lunar module. The problem with the thing is you need at least, I don't think you need the N1, but I think you do need the boosters and the Proton. Because Soyuz lunar landings using the Kicker C are always joint missions, if I remember correctly. One launch sends the Soyuz up, one launch sends the Kicker C up. You dock in orbit, you go to the moon, you land the whole thing on the moon, you take off, you come back, you land. No LM, so we don't. So now the one catch is that we will be sacrificing. Oh, you came really close to disappointing me there, game. Okay. We will be taking a hit on the actual landing because we will not have any LM points. Oh, yes, sweet. Man docking first, thank you. But I was saying, we won't have any LM points, so we'll be taking a -9 on the landing, I think. Because we don't have any LM points. But I think if I can get the lunar reconnaissance up to like the 90s, we should be able to get through that fair enough. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I don't think I've ever tried a Kicker C Soyuz landing. I think it's a little too late in the game to consider doing the direct descent. That's something that you really need to get lucky, get like a half-off sale really early in the game, like when you have enough money after you've gotten prestige firsts, but before you actually commit to a full, before you commit to getting Proton and doing things like that. But that's my philosophy. That's what I think I'm going to be doing. You know, if Gagarin survives, he may actually end up with being, you know, highest prestige astronaut that I've ever done. I don't even know what he is right now. One of the Group 3s was a physical washout and retired, so R&D will be improved this season.
The space program has managed to transfer a
Ah!
from an Eastern Bloc country.
The Sino-Soviet split. Something a lot of Americans don't know. That's the other event in the news. What happened is that Mao Zedong and the Chinese Communist Party and Khrushchev and the Communist Party of the Soviet Union had an ideological falling out. The Chinese thought, especially after Khrushchev denounced Stalin and all that, Mao Zedong thought that the CPSU had become sort of, deviationists. They'd surrendered the principle that global fomenting global revolution, to spread socialism everywhere. The Soviets, for their part, thought that the Chinese were straying from the Marxist-Leninist philosophy and were falling into the same problem of having a cult of personality around Mao that Khrushchev had denounced Stalin as having. And so they basically severed relations, formal relations, in the mid-60s, and had sporadic, very low-level border conflicts throughout the late 60s into the 70s during the Great Leap Forward. Something that a lot of people don't know because a lot of people don't really follow the thing. But in any case, I'm rambling on about that. I didn't think that was actually in the game. Even as that little news blur. But so we got 160 MBs. That's really good for the Soviets at this point in the game. That's very, very good. Makes me very hopeful. So I'll save here, but I do want to check Xenospace history for, let's see, Cosmonaut history. Where are you? Gagarin. So it already has 24 prestige. So first orbital, first duration C, first man in space, first Soviet in space. First duration B, first 2-man, first man docking. So, he's doing pretty well for himself. If he doesn't retire or get ordered to retire, I'm seriously thinking about taking him, on at very least a manned lunar pass, if not to the moon. But we'll see. In any case, I think we're doing pretty well. The US is kind of flatlined here, so hopefully that's a good indication. I might as well see what the KGB is thinking. They say surveyor, Mars flyby, boosters. I don't know. Maybe. I'm a little worried at how good their Titan is already. That's a little worrying. That makes me think they might be trying to take Gemini to the moon. Something I have to worry about in the future, unfortunately. So let's save as LPUSSR2. Save that. LPUSSR2. Save. Replace file. Yes. So with that, this is the end of my current session, so I'm going to take a break here. I'll see you another day when I pick up with a lot of money and some decisions I have to make about where I'm going to go, how I'm going to spend it all, and how to get the Soviets to the moon. So until then, this is me, Twisted Ventat, signing out and saying have a good day.